All right, ladies and gentlemen, so as you guys are aware, Dragon Age the Veilguard is less than a month away, I would say, or maybe actually it's a little bit more than a month because it comes out on Halloween by a couple of days. So a little bit over a month from release. And we already have all of the mainstream industry trying to shill for this game, okay? You got journalists calling this game of the year, all right? You got people trying to talk about pre-order numbers, and that's what we're going to focus on in this particular video. We have an article here from GameRanks, and it says, Dragon Age the Veilguard sees strong pre-order numbers. Now, the reason why I looked this up is because I just made a video the other day about Dragon Age the Veilguard and how the numbers aren't looking that great, right? They're not looking towards, a possible successful game, right? It just doesn't seem like it's going down that route because the following for this game on places like Steam, for example, are not that strong. Well, apparently, according to the shill media outlet, it's stronger than it's ever been.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Now, again, ladies and gentlemen, when you watch these, I should say when you read these kind of articles, you got to watch for what they say because they say certain things without saying it, right? They're trying to use political speak and they're trying to make it seem as if something is better than it actually is. It's all PR, right? That's the entire reason why this mainstream gaming industry, journalism, whatever you want to call it, urinalism, this is why it exists, to try to paint everything in a positive light while everything burns around them so that they themselves can benefit from it and they can get free swag, free opportunities, free all that stuff. That's the entire reason why the mainstream industry exists, right? That's why shills exist. So let's get into this article from GameRanks. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. Now, when we're talking about pre-order numbers, the source that they're getting their numbers from is the source that benefits the most from people believing that the pre-order numbers are high, right? Who is that? Well, it's EA. Of course it's EA. So according to EA, Dragon Age the Veilguard is seeing promising pre-order sales numbers ahead of its launch on Halloween. What promising is? Nobody knows, right? Absolutely fuck all. Who knows? The game went up for pre-order in mid-August, and fans eager for the long-awaited next installment in the series have quickly responded with their wallets. This is what BioWare is doing best: immersive storytelling, memorable characters, and a gorgeous world, says the president of EA Entertainment, Laura Meal, during EA's Investors Day showcase last week, courtesy of GameRant. The Dragon Age community is buzzing, and the press reception has been really positive. Oh, okay. The game looks great on console and PC alike, and we are already seeing strong demand on the largest platforms. Now, okay, so guys, I don't know how many times I have to say this, and I'll still have shills in my comment section on my YouTube videos, and what they'll tell me is the following. They'll say, oh, well, according to XYZ official source, the pre-order numbers are bigger than they ever been. Pre-order numbers are so strong, this game's going to be a massive hit. And listen, for all I know, the game can be a massive hit. But what I'm telling you is that right now, the actual real numbers don't look that good, right? If you look on Steam and look at the following, it's only got about 60,000 people following the actual page, right? Black Myth Wukong had almost 700,000 people following that page, and it was like 700,000 people wishlisting it. It was insane. It wasn't even close, right? This game is ranked so damn low on Steam compared to other AAA titles, and you mean to tell me the pre-order numbers are so amazing that it's going to be a top seller for EA and BioWare? Yeah, no, I'm not believing it. Now, guys, keep in mind, okay, this is what Dragon Age the Veilguard has to go up against. So Dragon Age the Veilguard has to go up against Inquisition, and Inquisition was, in fact, BioWare's best-selling game, all right? And it won Game of the Year in 2014, I believe. Not shocking, considering that, it's BioWare. They're going to win Game of the Year so long as they send the right message to the gaming industry, right? This is why they're doing it with Veilguard. But ultimately, it had 12 million units sold. Dragon Age Inquisition had 12 million units sold. So that means Dragon Age the Veilguard has that number to try to beat in order to say that it is a successful sequel compared to Dragon Age Inquisition. Whether or not this game hits 12 million, I doubt it, especially in the beginning. I heavily doubt it. I think it's going to take a long time of really cheap sales, $5 sales, $9 sales in order to hit that number. But you guys got to keep one thing in mind. Dragon Age Inquisition came out at a time where subscription services were not really a thing. Now subscription services are a thing. If you guys are unaware, EA's subscription service has this game for free. Okay, so you can play Dragon Age the Veilguard on day one if you have EA subscription service. That means that alone is going to nuke the potential sales that this game is going to have right off the bat, because they're essentially giving the game away for anybody who is subscribed to EA. So that's going to make it very, very difficult for this game in order to comp to its previous, game that didn't have to deal with that, right? Inquisition didn't have to deal with that. Now, people could play this game and maybe they want to buy the physical copy to keep it. Who really knows, right? On console and whatnot. That's also an option. What I'm trying to say, though, is that just because you're getting your numbers from the company that actually benefits from giving you false numbers, that doesn't make it true, right? Like, I'll give you a prime example. You know of another company that told gamers that the pre-order numbers were strong? Do you know of another company that told gamers that plenty of people are excited to play this game and can't wait to dive into it, and the press is positive around the game, and everybody's talking positively, and they're so excited about the game? You know who said that? Concord. Concord said that as well. Concord, they said that the pre-order numbers were strong, and there seems to be a high demand for this game. Concord developer Firewalk Studios also said that all the press surrounding the game for the most part is positive, and all the little bit of negativity was just white noise. Remember? Concord said that. You know who was also number 6 on PlayStation's most pre-ordered game? In terms of like top sellers, you know who was number 6? Concord, right? You know who's not number 6? Dragon Age the Veilguard. Dragon Age the Veilguard's like number 19 or something like that, or 12. I don't even remember. But I know it's way below number 6 on PlayStation Store. So Dragon Age the Veilguard, if I'm to believe the PlayStation Store, which I don't, by the way, I think it's all bullshit. I think PlayStation absolutely lied about Concord's success on that list, and they just put it there because they wanted to try to get as many people to buy it as possible. But that's besides the point. But if we were to believe the list, then that means that Concord is doing better than Dragon Age the Veilguard? Do you think that makes sense? Like, none of this makes sense, and it begs the question. These people are lying to you, right? They're lying to you to your face, and you have all of these shills. They want to sit there and pretend as if they're not lying to you. At what point do we admit that you're lying to us, right? At what point do we admit, all right, listen, I understand you are financially, you're financially invested in this, right? The shills are invested in this because that's the only way they get any money, because nobody watches their content, and that's the only way they get free stuff, right? They like being shills. Okay, they're financially invested. That's why they lie. EA is financially invested because it's the game that they're publishing, right? So BioWare relies on EA and vice versa. So of course they are inherently financially invested in all of this. But at what point do we just sit down and admit, like, you guys are obviously lying? You're lying through your teeth. Pre-order numbers are not that strong right now for Veilguard. That's pretty obvious. This game is not going to flop like Concord. I'm not stupid. I understand that. But according to the PlayStation Store list, it is. You know what I mean? Like, that's how we know that you're lying to us. So you're going to have these shills put out this story about, pre-order numbers are so unbelievably strong, when they're not, guys. And you guys really have to look at all the information that's out there available to you in order to come up with your own conclusion. Don't listen to me. Go make up your own mind. But the information is out there for you to find. But anyway, so, and again, also lying about the press. Well, actually, they're not lying. The press reception is good. Actually, I'm sorry. They're not lying. They're not lying about this part. The press reception is good because all of the mainstream gaming outlets are currently on their knees, balls in their mouth, just sucking off EA and BioWare right now because they have to, right? This is a trans-focused game, and anytime that happens, they have to bend the knee, and they 100% have to do everything they can to make it seem like it's going to be Game of the Year, which it probably will be, because let's be real, I made a video talking about that too. They're absolutely going to try to make this Game of the Year. Whether it flops or not, it doesn't matter. Game of the Year is not based off financial success. If that was the case, Hogwarts Legacy would have won it. But in any case, he says, we're eagerly anticipating the launch of EA Sports, and Dragon Age the Veilguard in October, and both are currently tracking within expectations, said Chief Financial Officer Stuart Canfield. And again, expectations. These guys speak more vague than a politician. What are the expectations? What kind of numbers are you hoping for? You won't even tell your investors these numbers, and then you wonder why investors are pulling out little by little. Guys, this shit is absolute nonsense. They won't tell you any numbers. They won't tell you what their projections are, and they won't tell you the amount of pre-orders that are actually out right now. They're not telling you a damn thing. They're just saying, yep, everything's fine. It's all looking good. Ignore the fire around us. It's all good. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.